Shalom, all praise to Yahweh Shem Shah. Double lines to the apostles GMS. I'm Noah Allah coming at you with a video. And in this video, I'm going to be focusing on the book of Galatians chapter 4, verse 3. Going into, no, not that verse. Verse 9. But I want to start from verse, I'm going to start from verse 6. Galatians chapter 4 verse 6. And because ye are sons, the Most High has sent forth the Spirit of His Son into your hearts, crying, Abba, Father, which Abba is Hebrew for Father. Wherefore thou art no more a servant, but a son. And if a son, then an heir of the Most High through Yahweh Shah. So we are sons of the Most High, because we are heirs through Yahweh Shah. Which an heir is the one that's next to rule the throne. Now, let me go to that word heir. The heir is the person that's next to rule the throne. A descendant. Let's go right into it.
Strong's G 2818. Kleronamos.
Kleronamos. One who receives by lot an heir and heir. In messianic usage, one who receives his allotted possession by right of sonship. One who has acquired or obtained a portion allotted to him. Let's see if I can look at that word on Google. Heir, one who receives property from an ancestor. One who is entitled to inherit property was her father's sole heir. One who inherits, that's the heir. One who's next to the throne. One who's going to inherit the throne. One who inherits or is entitled to succeed to a hereditary rank, title, or office, heir to the throne. See? And hereditary, that goes into your genealogy. If I say, oh, red hair is hereditary in your family, I mean people in your family got red hair. Okay? So it says, wherefore thou art no more, wherefore thou art no more, I read that verse 8. Howbeit then, when ye knew not the Most High, ye did service unto them which by nature are no gods. Go right to the point, verse 9. But now after that ye have known the Most High, or rather are known of the Most High. So now we have known the Most High, or rather are known of the Most High. Or rather known of the Most High. How turn ye again to the weak and beggarly elements, whereunto ye desire again to be in bondage? Now those weak and beggarly elements is talking about the law. And it says, wherefore ye desire, whereunto ye desire again to be in bondage. So he's asking a question. John 8:32. I'm sorry, from verse 31. Then say Yahweh Shah to those Jews which believed on him, if you continue in my word, then are ye my disciples indeed. So if you continue in the word of Yahweh Shah, then you are disciples indeed. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Then answered they him, we be Abraham's seed, and were never in bondage to any man. How sayest thou, ye shall be made free? So they wasn't being spiritual. They thought that when Yahweh Shah said being made free, he was talking about literally being free from bondage under a man, like you're this person's servant, you're this person's slave. He wasn't talking about that. They answered him, verse 34. Yahweh Shah answered them, verily, verily, I say unto you, whosoever committeth sin is the servant of sin, and the servant abideth not in the house forever, but the son abideth forever. So the servant abideth not in the house forever. So let's go back up. So when it says you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free, the truth is what? Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah said, I am the way. Yahweh Shah said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. So when you go to St. John 14:9, Yahweh Shah said, I'm sorry, what's happening? One second. Verse 6, St. John 14:6. Yahweh Shah said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. So Yahweh Shah said, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. He's talking about himself. He's the truth. That's going to make you free. Not free from bondage in the man, but free to the bondage of the law. And free from being in bondage or the servant of sin. Okay? And then he said, and the servant abideth not in the house forever, but the son abideth forever. Right? Because remember, the Lord told you 6 years you would serve and their master, and then the 7th year you can be made free. So the servant don't abide in the house of the master forever, because in the 7th year they'll be set free. But Yahweh Shai, the Son, abideth forever, and the Son therefore shall make you free. If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. So Yahweh Shai is the truth that sets us free, having faith in Yahweh Shai. So that's what he was talking about. So when you go back to Galatians 4:9, when it says, how turn ye again to the weak and beggarly elements, or until you desire again to be in bondage? That's those weak and beggarly elements that you're going to be in bondage, talking about the law. Just as Yahweh Shai said, spoke about them being set free. And they said we were servants of no man. What do you mean we set free? And he said, whosoever committed sin is a servant of sin. So they were servants, or they are in bondage unto sin. They was bound to the law. And we can't keep the law 100% perfectly. Therefore what? We would sin. But Yahweh Shai will set us free from that bondage by believing in him, being forgiven, by believing in him, believing that he's the Messiah that will forgive us of our sins. Alright? But if it's talking about the law, why would it say weak and beggarly elements? What would that mean? Why would it say weak and beggarly elements? What does that mean? When it says weak and beggarly elements, it's saying that the law, not necessarily that the law was weak, but that the law could not do for us what the faith in Yahweh Shai could, as in bring us unto salvation. Why? Because the law was our schoolmaster to bring us unto Yahweh Shai. See? Because through the law, what did we learn? We couldn't keep the law 100% perfectly. So at some point we would offend and sin. So when Yahweh Shai came on the scene, that brought us closer to him, allowing us to understand that's the Messiah. That's the one we gotta believe in to be set free from our sins, because we can't keep the law 100%. We're going to offend at some point, so we got to believe in him. So it's not that the law itself was weak. It just could not do what faith in Yahweh Shai could, because he was greater than that. Galatians 3:21. Is the law then against the promises of the Most High? God forbid. For if there had been a law given which could have given life, verily, meaning truly, righteousness would have been by the law. But the scripture has concluded all under sin. So all of us are under sin. That the promise by faith of Yahweh Shai might be given to them that believe. So the promise of faith will be given to them that believe. That believe who? Yahweh Shai. See? Romans 10:4. I'll start Romans 10:3. For they being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness, and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High. For Yahweh Shai is the end of the law for righteousness to everyone that believeth. So Yahweh Shai is the end of the law for righteousness to everyone that believeth. For Moses described the righteousness which is of the law, that the man which doeth those things shall live by them. Okay? So when it says for Moses described the righteousness of the law, that the man which doeth these things shall live by them. So that was during the time of Moses. But now we're not under the law no more. We're justified through faith in Yahweh Shai. Go right down to, but the righteousness which is of faith speaketh on this wise. Say not in thine heart, who shall ascend into heaven, that is, to bring Yahweh Shai down from above, who shall descend into the deep, that is, to bring up Yahweh Shai again from the dead. But what saith it? So what is the righteousness of faith talking about? What does it speaketh of? The word is nigh thee, even in thy mouth and in thy heart, that is the word of faith, which we preach. That if thou shalt confess with thy mouth the Lord Yahweh Shai, and shalt believe in thine heart that the Most High hath raised him from the dead, thou shalt be saved. See? So it's about faith in Yahweh Shai. For with the heart man believeth unto righteousness, and with the mouth confession is made unto salvation. This is Romans the 8th chapter, the 3rd verse. For what the law could not do, in that it was weak through the flesh. Why? Because the flesh that we're in, we're prone to temptation. At some point we're going to sin, we're going to go off. So it says, for what the law could not do, in that it was weak through the flesh, the Most High sent his own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin condemned sin in the flesh, that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. So that's basically the point right there. Verse 3. for what the law could not do, in that it was weak through the flesh. In other words, we're going to offend at some point. It was weak through our flesh. We were weak. Through our flesh, we was prone to temptation. And that temptation will lead to sin. So the Most High sent His Son in the light of the sinful flesh, just like us, physical body like us, and for sin condemned sin in the flesh. Okay? So that's basically the point. That the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us. In other words, that we was pardoned through the blood of Yahushua. We was pardoned of those sins that we committed when we was under the law. Okay? That's why it says He condemns sin in the flesh, that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us. So Yahushua condemned us in the flesh, dying on the cross. He pardoned us of those sins that we had committed, that we had transgressed the law. Now we no longer walk after the flesh, we walk after the Spirit. Okay, so with that, I'm going to close and say all praise to Yahushua. Double honors, the apostles, you and I hope you brother learns something. Shalom.